Hello and welcome to the Regency Athletic Complex at Metro State University, Denver. My name is Jack Schauer. Alongside with me is Carter Field. We have a great game today as Mountain Vista takes on Rocky Mountain in the 5A state playoff tournament. Yesterday, Vista lost 8-1 to Arapahoe and really struggled all game to get anything going offensively and couldn't shut down the Warrior offense. Rocky Mountain comes here after losing a tight game with Cherokee Trail where they lost 8-7. And so with that, Carter, what are your keys for these teams in today's game?
Well, I think that Mountain Vista just needs to stay mentally strong coming off a hard loss yesterday, also being their first loss of the season. They really need to get their pitching back on like how it was in the regular season. Sam Ireland, who was pitching yesterday, really struggled to keep Arapahoe from getting on base, putting Vista in a tough situation when they're up to bat. Jack Liffrig is the starting pitcher for the Golden Eagles today. He's going to try and shut down the Lobos offense so Vista can stay calm and relaxed throughout the game. Rocky Mountain, on the other hand, is also coming off of a tough loss yesterday, so they'll be looking to keep the intensity up as they know how Vista is coming off that hard loss yesterday. If they can keep making contact with the ball and getting on base, it'll put pressure on Vista's pitching like Arapahoe did yesterday morning.
Yeah, and kind of going with what you were saying there, Vista yesterday really all around struggled. I mean, really the only person that made solid contact with any balls was Alessandro Aragon, where he hit one about 30 feet over the left field fence and then pulled one way foul over the fence.
Yeah.
But really, other than that, there wasn't really too many balls that were squared up, and the pitcher Drew Hayes for Arapahoe just shut down Vista all around. Just was a really struggle offensively, and I think that also didn't help Sam Ireland on the mound, and he really struggled too.
Yep. Yeah, Vista's all around offense. They just had a hard time making contact. And like what the Lobos are going to try and do today, just put pressure on their pitching, made them struggle.
All right, at this time, we will be playing the national anthem. All right. So Mountain Vista lost the coin toss today, and as in playoff rules, there's always a coin toss to determine the home team. And so Vista either lost or won that toss. I'm not really sure how it went down, but either way, Vista is the visiting team today. They were the visiting team yesterday as well. So I don't think really home or away is as much of a factor as in some other sports, especially here in playoffs, but certainly something interesting to see.
Yep.
Leading off for Mountain Vista today will be the shortstop, Zach Paschke. Paschke really didn't do much along with the rest of his team in the game yesterday, so it should be interesting to see if he can lead something off here. Has 7 home runs on the season, 4 of those being leadoff home runs or really solo home runs for that fact.
Starting pitcher for the Lobos today is number 6, Jake Campbell. He's pitching a 4.6 ERA, and he's 2 for 2 so far, the wins and loss percentage. So let's see how he does against Zach Paschke leading off.
Yeah, and he's got a tough task ahead of him. I mean, we kind of have said that all year, but really yesterday, Mountain Vista lineup kind of stuttered there and didn't really do too well.
I could start off this game.
They got the first baseman about a quarter way to second, and then 3 guys standing between second and third base. Paschke swings through that one to strike out. So with the first out of the game put away, it'll bring up the second baseman, Drew Stahl. Stahl, arguably one of the best hitters on this Mountain Vista team. He's hitting around 500 on the season, which is just incredible at any level that you play. Watches this one outside for a ball.
Pitcher seems to be trying to hit the corners, trying to get them to swing like Paschke did on that strikeout.
Yeah, he definitely doesn't have as high as a velocity as some of the other pitchers that Vista has seen this season. Stahl watches another one. But it seems like his pitches do have a decent amount of movement, and he likes to really hit his spots. 2-0 pitch to Stahl, be outside for ball 3. The 3-0 pitch to Stahl. You'll watch that one. Looked like he was taken all the way there, so it'll be 3-1 now to the second baseman. Infield back to their normal depths as the 3-1 pitch comes home. Grounded to the third baseman, and he'll throw it over to first to retire Stahl.
Good pick by first baseman to get the out.
You know, pretty easy play there for the third baseman. Cade Nelson really got it on 2 pretty clean hops there, charging the ball in. Made it nice and easy for him. So with that, Sam Ireland up to bat now. As he'll take this one, ropes it down the line, but it'll go foul.
He got a hold of that one. It was just an inside pitch, went a little bit too early. Sit back on that one a little bit more. That one's over the fence.
Certainly made pretty good contact with that one. We'll see if Campbell tries to put one back in that spot, or if he'll just kind of dance around dangerous Ireland here. Ireland fouls this one straight up and out of play. Talking about Sam Ireland's power, he's really shown it here. He's got 11 home runs on the season. 3 of them came last weekend in the regional play, where Vista defeated Mullins 17-2, and then Legend 10-5, ending both of their seasons as he strikes out swinging here. So pretty clean inning there from the pitcher Jake Campbell, and so now Mountain Vista will take the field. The starter for today for Mountain Vista will be Jack Liffrig, arguably one of the best pitchers in Mountain Vista history, committed to University of Utah. Going to be a Ute. He's got a 1.54 ERA on the season, and he's got right around 80 strikeouts as well. Just really likes to show absolute dominance out there on the mound. Just has a lot of energy in the dugout too, just really a good presence there in the locker room.
And not only does he have a lot of speed, but he has a lot of off-speed movement too. It makes it really tough for the batters to make contact.
Leading off today will be the senior Hayden Hines for Rocky Mountain. He's batting .361 on the season with 2 triples and 3 doubles, as well as 9 RBIs. Having a pretty clean season all around there in the leadoff spot. Lobos are really going to look to him to get on base early here and try and put some pressure on Mountain Vista like Arapahoe did yesterday.
We'll see how their hitting goes against Jack Liffrig. They only have 2 people that are hitting over 300. One of them's at 492.
And that kind of just shows the Lobos struggle here. They weren't really supposed to make the playoffs, but had a good closing stretch in their final 6 games to make it, and then upset their regional there to make it into the state playoffs, and then lost to Cherokee Trail in the first round last year, and really just not having the greatest season I think they were expecting here, especially after being the defending state champions. but certainly are pleased with themselves now that they're in the playoffs.
Yeah, we'll see how they start off this inning after coming off that tough loss. Close game yesterday.
Should have a decent amount of momentum here. I think they got a little bit of a boost after getting a 1-2-3, as he'll watch the first pitch in there for strike one. And it looks like the Rocky Mountain coaches come out to talk to the umpire about something, not quite sure what it was.
Lifford obviously has a lot more heat than the Lobos pitcher, but we'll see how Rocky Mountain adjusts to it.
Second pitch will be outside, evens the count at 1-1 to Hines. He'll foul this one over towards the first base coach over there. So it'll make the count 1-2 now. Lifford really likes to work quick out there on the mound, really keeps the game at his own pace. And if he can strike three there, great off-speed pitch to get him on the 1-2. And so with that, the shortstop Tyler Modeloid will come up, batting .346 on this season. Swinging first pitch here, and he'll hit it right down the line. Good job by, or they'll call it a foul ball.
I don't know about that. That
yeah.
looked pretty good. Right on the line.
John Zackham picked it up before it bounced foul and then made the play at first, but they did call it a foul ball. Good play by John Zackham either way, though, really.
So
Trying to keep inside the line there. Second pitch in the dirt, good pick by Grant McGill. Even up the count 1-1. Stahl as well as Paschke playing a little bit deep on the infield there. Outfield kind of shading more towards the middle of the field. Swinging again, foul, evens the count 2-2.
Shows that Tyler Metalloid is obviously is a little behind on the pitches.
Yeah, it looks like he's been kind of struggling to keep up with the velocity from Lifford there as he's fouled two off to the right side there.
He's trying to make contact, but we'll see if Lifford comes at this 2-2 with the off speed, trying to get him to lunge for it.
The 2-2 pitch from Lifford. Swung on and missed. Strike three.
There was that off speed. It was a nice slider right there. Curving out.
Pitch had some good movement to it, so Lifford puts down the first two batters, striking them both out.
Up to bat, number 30, Cade Nelson, who has a .492 running this season.
Definitely has a pretty big presence there in the box. He's definitely not a small player by any means. Really probably has some good power in his bat as he fouls this one back.
.2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike three. Lifford getting all three out this inning. He's getting hyped up on the mound as his team comes to congratulate him on a great first inning. See if they can capitalize off that on the batting.
Yeah, that's really a good way to start off the inning there, striking out all three guys. So 2-1-2-3 half innings there will lead to the top of the second now. Campbell coming out for a second inning of work.
We'll see if the four-hitter Grant McGill can maybe change things up with what's going on with the past three batters. Vista's been making pretty good contact today, just haven't been getting in the gaps.
Certainly. We'll see how the Lobo defense here shades with Grant McGill. They seem to like to shift, as we've seen with the first three batters here. McGill's having a pretty solid season at the plate, hitting .439. 16 RBIs to his credit and 8 doubles, which is the team lead, or tied for the team lead with Drew Stahl for doubles. The first pitch from Campbell to McGill, in there for strike one.
You can obviously see that just pitching speed difference between Campbell and Liffrig.
There's probably a good difference of about 10 miles an hour, I would imagine, as he'll crack this one deep into the gap in left center, and tracking it down and making a good play out there is Jet Hoget.
That was a great route he ran. That one looked like it was right in the gap, but he ran that one down perfectly, made the diving catch.
It was a great play there by Hoget out and left to track that one down and then lay out for it. And so with that catch made here, the left fielder Alessandro Aragon will come up as the second baseman shifts over to the left side of the infield again.
Mountain Vista being aggressive at the plate, swinging at first pitch strikes, just trying to put the ball into play.
I think that's what they got to do here. And I mean, certainly if you're Alessandro Aragon as he fouls this one off, you got to look at that big gap there between the first baseman and the second baseman, which is almost playing in where a shortstop would play. The 0-2 pitch, high ball one.
Trying to get him to chase just like Jack Liffrig did, or Sam Ireland, did on that in the previous inning.
The 1-2 pitch to Alessandro misses outside. It'll even the count 2-2. The 2-2. Ireland pulls this one right into the shift there. So the shift works out to the Lobo advantage as he'll ground out to the shortstop. So with 2 away in the inning, that'll bring up the big first baseman, John Zackham.
We'll see if he can get something going here with 2 outs.
Certainly can. He's one of the big power bats in this lineup. He's hitting out of the 6-hole, but really Zackham has the power to be a 3 or 4 hole hitter, maybe even a 5-hole for some teams. So he swings through the off-speed pitch there for strike one. We've seen him use his power all season long. Just really effective lineup here for Mountain Vista.
Inside corner ball.
Yeah.
That looked close.
Looked like a pretty good pitch from up here. Couldn't really tell the height from up here as he can obviously down there, as Campbell misses outside with that one. So it'll be a 3-1 count to Zackham here with 2 outs. On deck for Mountain Vista is Clay Burke, getting .314 on the season with only 1 home run. As this one's cracked foul from Zackham, going all the way out and down to the soccer field. So now the count will be even, or the count will be full at 3-2 with 2 outs. And Zackham swings through that one, so another 1-2-3 inning for the Lobos here. It'll be 0-0 coming into the bottom of the second.
You can just see the frustration through all of Vista as John Zackham throws his bat after a tough strikeout. But we'll see if they can stay mentally strong throughout this inning, get back to the bats.
Lifford will come out for his second inning of work after striking out all 3 batters.
Wonderful day here in the Mile High City.
Yeah, definitely beautiful weather.
65 degrees, looks good.
Not really too many clouds to speak of either, so just kind of a perfect day for baseball, really.
Hopefully it stays like that because, Colorado weather,
Yeah,
it changes quick.
Change at any moment. Maybe not so much for the morning games, but certainly those afternoon games always are in a bit of danger. The pop-up thunderstorms like to come out of nowhere here. Leading off for the Lobos will be the first baseman, Garrett Fisher.
Garrett Fisher batting a .289, 45 at-bats this year.
He's only got 2 home runs to his credit. Lobos only have a 10 compared to Vista where they have 35. Swinging first pitch here. Liffrig's got a tough play. He's got to spin all the way around, and good play there by Jack Liffrig.
Those are those varsity plays right there, being able to keep control of your pitch while you're keep control of your ball when you're spinning around trying to get to the first base.
It's a tough play, especially for a lefty when you have to go to the his right side of the mound. Just have to pick up the ball and take a full spin. Jeff Hoggett up to the plate, watches that one in there for strike one.
Jack Liffrig pitching well his first couple innings. See if he can hold off this game.
Now one outside for ball one. Looked like it was almost the same spot as the first one. The 1-1 pitch to Hoggett inside for ball two. The 2-1 pitch from Liffrig will be in there for strike two, evens the count 2-2. 2-2 pitch from Liffrig, swing and a miss. Another strikeout for Jack Liffrig, his fourth already in the game.
Man, he is an incredible pitcher,
Yeah,
especially in this varsity level. It's tough to get all of them swinging like this, but he's making them do it.
Really just carving up the Lobo lineup here, up and down. No one has made really solid contact at all, even on foul balls, as the catcher Pifo swings through that one. The 1 pitch from Liffrig is low for ball one. The 1-1 pitch. High, ball two. Pifo waiting the 2-1, cracks this one to the second baseman. Stall, and will go right past him for a base hit.
First base hit of the day. This is shifting the momentum from Vista with all those strikeouts to the Lobos.
We'll have a courtesy runner for the Lobos. It looks like it'll be Hooper out there to first base to courtesy run for the catcher, Pifo.
Coaches always try to keep those catchers' legs fresh by always having courtesy runners so they can go and rest up for the inning.
So with a runner on first, that'll bring up the first baseman, Spencer Smith-Baker. Smith-Baker watches the first one high and outside for ball one.
See if Rocky Mountain steals a base. Looked like that he was trying to go for it, but Grant McGill held him back.
Yeah, and with a lefty on the mound, it certainly makes it a little bit harder too, because you can have an easy pickoff move over to first. As this one looked like it was either outside or low, so it'll be a 2-0 now to Smith-Baker.
Rocky Mountain has 36 stolen bases this year. They're gonna try and see if they can get another one up here.
Swings through this one, it'll be fouled off. Just barely got the end of the bat on that one.
Yeah. It's about as close to missing as you possibly can get without doing it.
Yeah. It's the good old bench warmers. I ticked it there.
Yep.
As Smith-Baker swings through that one, and it'll even the count at 2-2 now.
2 outs in the bottom of the second. We'll see if Liffrig can close this one out.
Liffrig obviously giving a sign there to the catcher McGill as the runner goes, and good throw from McGill is going to. Ooh,
that was a close one. Looked like Drew Stahl just overran the base a little bit, had to come back. Yeah. Otherwise, that ball was there.
His momentum, I think, just kind of carried him too far, like you said. So with that, the count will be full at 3-2 now, with 2 outs in the bottom of the second here.
Got that runner on second. 37 now stolen bases for Rocky Mountain.
The 3-2 pitch from Liffrig swung on and fouled off.
Right off the
ready full.
handlebar. That does not feel good.
Certainly not. So with a 3-2 count and 2 outs, that runner on second will be taking off on first movement. 3-2 pitch from Liffrig. Swung on and missed.
Dropped out strike, but Grant McGill recovers and gets a tag. Another great inning by Jack Liffrig, allowing only one hit. We'll see if Mountain Vista can answer back with that. Trying to get their first hit of the day here in the top of the third.
Leading off for Mountain Vista will be the bottom part of the order, the 7, 8, 9. It would be Clay Burke, Trevor Price, and Zach Hoff. Burke, the Oregon commit, had to sit out the first part of the season due to a transfer rule.
Where do you transfer from?
He transferred out from Mullen.
Oh, nice.
Which actually was kind of a good story there in the regional game against Mullen. He hit his first home run of the season against his former team.
Nice.
Kind of been waiting all season for that one and finally cracked one out.
Just saved it just for Mullen.
Yep. It's a little bit of the payback move there.
Clay Burke, designated hitter for Jack Liffrig today. We'll see how he can start off this inning.
And he's pretty much an everyday, at least, batter for Mountain Vista, even when Ireland is on the mound. Because Griffin Sheeran will go over and play third, and then the big Burke will bat for Sheeran. But today, like Carter just mentioned, he's batting for Jack Liffrig, the pitcher. The first pitch from Campbell to Burke is in there for strike one. Looks like a slider possibly there from Campbell. The 0-1 will be in there for strike.
Outside corner.
Yeah, that one looked like it was
May have been a
little
bit
off.
Yeah.
Either way, it'll be an 0-2 now to Burke as he swings and pops this one straight up.
See if it stays in play.
Be right into the Lobo
Right in the
dugout. First baseman Smith Baker trying to make a play there, but unable to get to it.
Rocky Mountain and Mountain Vista trying to figure out this umpire, trying to figure out where his zone is, so they get the best pitching that they possibly can do.
I think the most we can say to this point in the game is that he's been consistent with where he's called. As this one misses way high. He's been consistent where he's called it. It looks like he likes to favor that outside part of the plate a little more.
For sure.
We haven't really seen either pitcher go inside too much. The 1-2 is lined right over the second baseman's head for a base hit.
Right in between right center field. Picked up by the right fielder. That's the first hit for Mountain Vista for the day. We'll see if they can capitalize it as Trevor Price comes up to bat.
Trevor Price, one of the two outfielders that splits time. He splits it with Cooper Jameson out there. Both of them have been pretty hot of late, especially coming out of the end of the season there. It seems like kind of when one starts to heat up, it seems like the other goes at the same time almost. First pitch bunting, pops it up to the third baseman. Pretty easy play there, so Price doesn't get the job done.
Just gets the bunt right on the top of the bat, shoots it right up, making an easy play for all the infielders as Clay Burke stays on first base. One out as Zach Hoff comes up to bat.
Hoff, arguably the fastest player on this Mountain Vista team. They use him kind of as a double leadoff hitter batting in the 9 slot as he pick off over to first, nearly gets Burke.
Quick move by that pitcher.
Usually don't see too many pitchers try and throw a pickoff attempt over to first base, especially with Burke over there. And not exactly your biggest speed throw as he gets back in time on this one.
Seems almost as if he's throwing it harder to first base than he is to the mound.
Yeah.
The home plate. Really eyeing Clay Burke over there. Slide step.
Yep. Pops it up to second base, and they'll double off Burke to end the inning.
That does not look good for Mountain Vista right there. We'll see if they can bounce back coming into this inning. Score still 0-0 as we come into the bottom of the third.
Jack Lifford will come out and take the mound again for the Golden Eagle to start this inning off.
He's doing a great job today. Let's see if he can hold off.
He's already got 4 strikeouts to his credit entering this third inning.
Looks like Mountain Vista's offense is a little off today, but as long as their defense can hold on, they still have a chance. This defense wins championships.
Yes, it does. The old saying goes that way, I suppose. I think the next time around the order, though, I think just with Campbell being a little bit slower of a pitcher and definitely has a little more movement to his pitches than I think Vista normally sees, I think that they'll be able to kind of time him up a little bit better.
As the top of the lineup comes up for Vista next inning. Here comes number 24, Ben Nauer. He's the designated hitter for Jake Campbell today.
The first pitch from Lifford to Nauer is swung on and just kind of tapped up the line, and it'll roll just foul.
It's a great play by Lifford. Instead of picking it up and keeping it fair, knowing that he would be safe on first, he just let it roll foul. That gets another shot at him.
Yeah, and really the worst that happens there if Lifford doesn't touch it is that it just stays fair and Nauer gets first. But it seemed like almost either way there, Nauer was going to reach.
Ben Nauer running a 243 this. Strike 2 right down the middle. See if Lifford tries to go with the off speed.
With a 0-2, I would imagine he goes there. Looks like he did waste one in the dirt.
Trying to get them to swing for those just to keep them off the bases.
Lifford's 1-2 is grounded right up the middle for a base hit. So the Lobos will get their leadoff man on, and that'll bring up the 9-hole hitter Blake Riot.
Let's see if he can capitalize off of that great start to the inning for the Lobos.
Riot hitting only .208 on the season to this point. It's not really the most ideal season for him. So he fouls this one. Pretty hard foul to the right side. The 0-1 pitch from Lifford. Be on the outside part of the plate for strike 2.
Definitely, umpire's definitely been consistent with that pitch. Seems like Lifford's trying to figure that out. All the batters are starting to crowd the plate a little more, trying to reach that outside pitch.
The 0-2 from Lifford, off-speed pitch, grounded to shortstop Zach Paschke. He'll throw it over to Stahl over to first base, and he'll be safe at first. Ooh. Riot just barely beating that ball out at first.
It's a great ball movement by the infield. It's quick ground ball, dish over to Drew Stahl. He's one of the strongest throwers on the team, but just can't quite get it there on time.
So with the first out of the inning for Mountain Vista recorded, it will bring up the center fielder Hayden Hines. Struck out in his first at-bat looking. Watch this one inside for ball 1.
Hayden Hines with 9 RBIs of the season. Let's see if he can try and get Riot around. Yeah.
This one is on the outside part of the plate for strike, so it'll be even at 1-1. He's going to second. Good throw, but it'll take Paschke off the base, so another stolen base for the Lobos.
Dang, they just know that if they can get a good jump off there, they're going to pull the shortstop for second base off the base. Grant McGill's going pretty good. Just their momentum is coming too strong.
We have two good throws here from McGill, but it seems like Stella and Paschke are just a little bit slow moving over there.
Getting them out of position so they can make a perfect slide right into second base.
Pitch was called a strike, so it'll be a 1-2 count to Hines now with a runner on second. Liffrig, good fastball there, pretty low. Just barely taps that one foul.
Hines now having a better shot as Rye is in the scoring position. See if he can get him around.
Rye certainly does have some pretty good speed out there, as we just saw stealing that base. So I think really ball out into the outfield might be able to score him, as Hoff will come on and charge this one hard. Runner not going home as he had to freeze because Hoff didn't make the play on that one.
Great line drive by Hines. As now there's runners on first and third with one out here in the bottom of the third.
And that'll bring up Tyler Malta-Lloyd, second baseman.
Lift threatening to pick off first base.
Lobos certainly with a good scoring chance here as he squares around to bunt. And nothing going there as he misses that one. We do apologize for the possible loud train horn you might be able to hear in the background, as one is passing by the field right now.
It's like 4 train tracks just around this field.
Yeah, we've been hearing them all day. Certainly not the most quiet urban setting as this bunt gets down towards the first base line. Liffrig is going to have to hustle and he'll beat it out for a single.
First score of the day for the Lobos as a perfectly placed bunt. Miscommunication on the offense.
And so
John Zackham had no one to throw to on the first base, so making him safe at first. And they got first and second with one out here in the bottom of the third.
And Coach Pavel here will come out to the pitching mound. And it looks like they're talking over who or what happened there on that bunt coverage almost. Talking behind the pitching mound. There it looked like Zach Paschke and John Zackham were having a discussion on who should have covered that ball. I think Coach Pavel just kind of went out there to kind of get his team back focused in. With that, the third baseman, Cade Nelson, will come up to the plate. Struck out swinging his first at-bat. He's got a good chance here to put another run on the board for the Lobos.
Cade Nelson, the power hitter for their team. With 2 runners in scoring position.
Swings right through that one. Took a big cut at that one, too. Pulled his head off a little bit there on that swing. It'll be 0-1 to Nelson. The 0-1 pitch from Liffrig. Looked like it might have been a pitch out there as McGill popped up pretty quick after catching that one.
Hayden Hines trying to feel out how Grant and Liffrig are going to communicate, see if they can get him to third base.
Certainly an easier throw over there for McGill. Grounds this one to the shortstop, Paschke. They might be able to get 2 out of this one, and they will!
Way to get out of the inning, especially off that pressure of them scoring the first run. They're able to stay calm and communicate well to get that double play. Got Zach Paschke to Drew Stahl over to Zach at first base.
And so with that, it'll bring up Mountain Vista. They're going to need to get something going here in the third inning. Down 1-0. In the fourth inning, my bad.
It's now 1-0 Rocky Mountain. Defending champs trying to hold off Mountain Vista, the #1 seed.
Certainly doing a pretty good job so far. It's the first time through the order. The only one to get a hit was Clay Burke. We'll see what they do the second time around. Shortstop Zach Paschke will be leading it off. Playing at a I guess kind of a home field for him. He'll be playing here next year for Metro State. Committed here at the beginning of his senior year. Certainly really has a lot looking forward for him. He's definitely got a lot of potential. He's got a lot of power, good amount of speed, and he's certainly got a good arm strength out there from the shortstop position.
For sure, one of the Coach Q has stated one of the best players to ever come through the Mountain Vista history for the baseball team. See how he starts off this inning, trying to come back from that 1-0 deficit so far.
Mountain Vista really needs base runners here. Infield shifted over to the left yet again. See if it works out for him as he'll watch the first one in there for a strike. Didn't really have any impact on him his first at bat as he struck out. Let's see if he can put one in play here as he watches that one in there for strike 2. And that's kind of been the spot on the plate that's been called all day, really, is that just that outside part.
Zach now crowding the plate, trying to hit that outside. Off
Swings
speed,
through that
swing
one.
and a miss.
So another strikeout there from Zach Paschke, kind of something that he really doesn't do too often. And that'll bring up the second baseman, Drew Stahl.
Infield shifts back to normal.
Third baseman playing a little bit more in on Stahl. So he swings through that one. A good off speed there from Campbell.
Looks like the shortstop and second baseman are playing more towards the line instead of up the middle.
Also playing fairly deep. Third baseman now backing up as Stahl swings through that one. He's just kind of making the first 2 batters of the inning look pretty silly here for Mountain Vista. The 0-2 pitch to Stahl. Swung on and fouled off.
Over into the tennis courts.
Yeah, it didn't really seem like he made good contact there, but carried quite a ways foul though.
Just shows how strong Drew Stahl is, even though it's like barely tapping.
Barely
It
tapped,
goes a long way.
The 0-2 to Stahl. Swung on and just tapped right in front of the plate. Should be a pretty easy play from Campbell. And he'll get Stahl out at first.
Now up to bat, we have Sam. See if he can get something going here.
Crushed the ball foul his first at bat and then struck out. Infield shifting back over to the left. First pitch is on the outside part of the plate for a strike.
That consistent call all day.
Yep, Campbell's really been hitting that spot, especially in this inning more so than the first 2, or the first 3, pardon me, as this one's fouled off by Ireland.
Mount Vista seem to not be able to get good hits on the ball.
No, they're really not making a ton of solid contact with Campbell. Kind of surprising me to this point. Seems as if the delay of the games from Friday and Saturday to Monday and Tuesday have kind of made the Vista bats a little bit rusty almost. The 0-2 pitch from Campbell. Swung on, popped up to right field. Should be a pretty easy play over there. And they'll settle under it.
Another 3 up, 3 down for Mountain Vista. It just seems like they're lunging for all the balls almost because they're not used to this slow pitching by
Campbell.
Yeah,
not timing him up too well, and Campbell's off speed moving pretty well as well. So I think really a lot of this is going to have to turn over to Jack Liffrig now. Try and keep his team in this game and make it sure it just stays at 1 run. Had a little bit of struggles last inning, but first 3 has been pretty solid so far. I don't think you could really complain too much if you're the coaching staff for Mountain Vista from Liffrig.
If you're the coaching staff, you're probably a little bit more frustrated how the bats are
Yeah, the
acting
bats,
today.
yeah. I mean, yesterday they struggled, and then today they've kind of carried that struggle over. Leading off for the Lobos will be number 17, Garrett Fisher. Fisher had that little tapper up to the mound. Liffrig got to spin all the way around and made a pretty good play on it.
Hasn't been quite the same Mountain Vista team you've been seeing all year, has it, Jack?
No, definitely not. And really, regular season and then in the regionals, it seemed like we had the same team, and then this week it looks like it's not even an undefeated team. They look like almost like a 2-15 team more than anything.
Yep, they definitely are struggling with the bats and just making simple mistakes on the defense as well.
Swings through that one, makes him look pretty silly there as he made him fall down to a knee. First pitch curveball.
Batters are starting to crowd the plate to hit that outside corner, and then he just goes inside on them. Same
Swings on
pitch.
this one, fouled right into his shin. That one will definitely hurt. Grant McGill gonna walk out to the mound for a second, give Fisher a moment to kind of walk it off. This foul ball in the shin certainly
Don't feel good.
no. Probably have a good little mark on there in the morning. Shakes that one off, and so everyone will return to their spots. Fisher with an 0-2 count on him. Let's see what Lifford does here, if he gives him an off-speed or if he gives him another fastball to look at. And it looks like it was a fastball, and he fouls it. Almost got him there, as Fisher was pretty late swinging on that one.
Went about as far right as he could possibly get, so.
The 0-2. Swung on, grounded to third baseman Ireland. Tough hop, but he picks it up, makes a throw over to first to retire Fisher.
Yes, that was a great pick. That's a tough play to make, but he stayed focused and stayed on it. He was able to catch that ball.
Yeah, it took a pretty hard second bounce there. It's kind of one of those reasons that when you're in the T-ball days and your younger days that coach always tells you charge the first hop, and right there was kind of a perfect example of it. Grounds this one up the middle. Zach Paschke will collect it and throw it over to first to John Zachin to get the second out of the inning.
Great play as he just rushed that ball like you were saying. Get there quick. As we are playing on a turf field today instead of a dirt infield. So these hops are going to be more consistent, less crazy bounces. It's going to be good.
They definitely do bounce a little bit harder too, as there's a little less cushion to these turf fields. I mean, there certainly is some, but because under it is pretty much all solid, they do bounce a little harder, as this one's popped up to center field. Hoff gonna settle under this one and make the final out of the inning. So no runs on no hits.
Now that looked like Vista baseball right there. That was a great defensive inning.
Good job by Liffig, really tying up the Lobo offense there. Didn't really allow too many balls to get hit pretty solid, and we'll see the pitcher for the Lobos jog out, Jake Campbell, for his fifth inning of work now. Handled the Vista offense pretty easily so far in this one.
I just don't think Mountain Vista's quite adjusted to his off speed and his slower pitches yet. They've been playing teams such as Mullen and Cherry Creek, which have great pitchers that throw hard and have great off speed. So this is kind of throwing them off a little bit, but I think they'll be able to recover here in the next couple innings.
Certainly. I think it's kind of a surprise to me. I mean, being an undefeated team, you would think they'd be able to adjust a little bit better, but it seems like they're struggling pretty much.
Just a little bit, but we'll see if they can recover this inning. So they got the hype from what a great defensive inning.
Certainly.
Best inning we've seen today, so we'll see if they can.
Yeah, they gotta carry that momentum that they keep getting with all of these good half innings out on defense. Really, I think they just need to kind of find some energy inside of them on offense. They just need to get some base runners, really.
Yep. Make contact and base runners, and then the scoring will happen.
You know, they just need to get something going, I think. Like we just said, extra base hit or something like that, something in the gap where they have a legitimate chance to start scoring guys again. So leading off for the Golden Eagles will be the catcher Grant McGill. Flew out to left center field. It's a good play out there by the center fielder, Hoggett. So we'll see if McGill can get one down and get on base in this at-bat. He watches the first pitch, and he'll drive it to the right center field this time. And another good play there defensively by the Lobos. Hines making a great catch out there in right center.
Good contact, just let it float in the air for too long. Alessandro Argon up to bat now.
He had the only run and only RBI of the game, hitting a solo homer in yesterday's game. Certainly would help out the Golden Eagles a lot if he did it again here, as he watches that one in there for strike one. Looked like a good slider there from Campbell. The 0-1 cracked. This one hit high and deep to left field. Going back is Hoggett, and this one will get out of here!
Let's go!
Alessandro Aragon hits another solo home run, puts Vista on the board, and ties the game.
Definitely becoming one of the most clutch players on this team, just like you were saying. It's like you predicted the future or something.
Yeah,
I don't know, man.
Talking about the home run from yesterday, and does it again in this one. Ties the game, and I think that's what Vista needed, was just a little jump there.
Now they got the momentum as John Zackham comes up to bat. What a great drive. Honestly, I didn't even see that one go up in the air. That's
No, I thought it was going to hang up there.
Me
For
too.
a little bit too long, and that the left fielder Hoggett was going to be able to track it down.
Just over the left field fence, making the score 1-1 now here in the top of the fifth. 1 out. Mountain Vista, their focus on hitting this season has been power. Coach Q is constantly telling them to swing with more power, and at practices, that's all they've been trying to do. That right there is why, just to be able to get those mid-game slumps, get all the energy back on the team.
Certainly does help Vista out a lot there. Only a solo home run, but puts them on the board, as we said. So
And enough to tie it up too. So the pressure is now off for them to score. They can now play good offense and then constant defense like they have been.
And with the way that Liffrick has been pitching out on the mound, I think really it's now this is the opportunity here for Vista, with only 1 out in the inning,
Yep,
to
definitely.
pad their lead or try and take the lead here.
Yep, they definitely have the opportunity as they can, you know, try and score again.
They're going to throw over to third here. He's going to be safe.
Trying to see if he missed the base.
Yep.
Jake Campbell seems to be a little bit shooken off of that home run, but I don't know if he will be able to recover, but we'll see.
First one outside for ball one. Good slider there.
Yeah, Jake Campbell.
Had a lot of movement to it.
He's a good pitcher. He may not have enough speed, but he's got a lot of movement on his pitches that make it tough to hit.
Certainly more of an off-speed pitcher. We don't see really too many of those. I think nowadays in baseball, it's a lot more power pitching, I think.
Thing is, batters can adjust to speed. They can't really adjust to movement. So
ball doesn't always move consistent. This one struck hard foul there by Zackham. Another one landing out there in the tennis courts. So the 2-1 pitch now to Zackham with 1 out is grounded foul.
right down the first baseline. So you can now start to hear all the Vista fans in the dugout starting to cheer a little bit more.
Yeah, certainly a little bit more energy to him now that Vista has put a run up on the board. The 2-2 home. Swung on and grounded to the third baseman, Nelson. Pretty easy pickup, and he'll throw it over to first, and Zackham nearly actually beat that one out, but nonetheless, it'll be 2 outs now as the designated hitter Clay Burt comes up. He's got the first hit in the ball game for Mountain Vista.
See if you can do the same thing. Keep the inning alive.
Tips this one foul. Didn't quite fully commit to that one, and I think he'll be shaking his head as that looked like a pretty good pitch from up here to swing at.
Just hesitated a little bit on that.
The 1. He appeared to be high, maybe. So it'll be a 1-1 count now to Burke. Campbell's pitch will miss outside.
Another slider. He likes those sliders going on the outside, gets him to chase. And on that outside corner that the ref's been calling, or the umpire's been calling, you'll get those strikes.
So the 2-1 pitch now. It'll be fouled off.
Hard against the backstop.
Seemed like Burke just missed that one with how hard that ball went back. Put a lot of rotation on it. So now the 2-2. Strike 3.
Right on the inside corner. He's looking for that outside pitch. Jake Campbell, another great strikeout in a great inning.
Now having a 5th inning stretch here, which is a little something different for high school baseball. Haven't really,
Haven't had this before.
I don't think I've seen this before yet.
They're singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," just like they do at like the Rockies game in the 7th. Doesn't really look like anyone else is singing either.
Not really too much energy here from the fans for singing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." We do have our producer Brandon Walters up here singing along though. Pretty good singing there from Brandon. We'll give him a little bit of credit here.
Hopefully you guys didn't hear that, but
So Liffrick will come out for another inning of work here in the bottom of the 5th, game tied 1-1. And leading off will be the first baseman, Spencer Smith-Baker.
Alessandro's ball seemed to be going 350 just over the left field fence, right between the 340 and the 375.
Yeah, that one just seemed to just barely squeak out.
I bet everyone that's parked out there was getting a little
Yeah,
nervous.
a little nervous. Always makes it a little more entertaining though if he gets a car out there. This one's in there for a strike.
Maybe for everyone else, but not for the person whose car that is.
Certainly would not like to have my car hit by a baseball.
Definitely not.
Good block there by McGill.
By Grant McGill.
Unfortunately, no one on base to really make any credit for.
Grant McGill's a wall behind the plate. Hasn't let a single ball go today.
Fouled off there. Yeah, and like you were just saying, McGill, likely the best defensive catcher I think in the state.
He's definitely up there.
He's got a 1.8 pop time. Pop time, for those of you who don't know, is the time that it takes for him to catch the ball and then throw it to second. Drop third strike, will strike him out. Be the 5th strikeout of the ball game.
Yeah, 1.8 is very fast, especially throwing that long distance of like, what, like 150 feet, something? I don't know, it's a long ways, and 1.8 seconds is quick.
Yeah. It's more of a pop time that you see in the major leagues rather than in high school baseball.
Grant McGill been playing varsity ever since his freshman year. He's a junior now, going to be a senior next year.
Lifford quickly gets designated hitter Ben Nauer to an 0-2 count. See if he turns to the slider like he has in this game so far with an 0-2 or 1-2. 0-2, looked like it was a changeup. We'll tap this one foul.
Got him a little bit ahead on that one. Able to go down the left field line.
The 0-2 from Lifford. Oh, good pitch there.
Looked great. Must have been a little bit low. Couldn't really tell from where we were standing, but it looked like a good pitch.
The Vista fans certainly wanted that one, but it seemed like Lifford didn't really have too much to argue with it there. Swings and a miss.
High and inside, that's where he's been getting them all day today.
Good fastball there from Lifford. Gets another strikeout, a second of the inning.
How many strikeouts is he at? Is that like
It'll be
7?
Sixth strikeout of the game.
Great pitching by Lifford today. Another swing and a miss.
Certainly making these Lobo hitters look pretty poor today in this inning. Good pitch on there on the outside part of the strike zone. So quickly make it 0-2 now to the batter Blake Riot. And swing and a miss! Strikes out the side yet again, Jack Lifford.
Jack Lifford coming alive this inning. We saw in the first 2 innings with those straight, like 4 or 5 strikeouts. He went kind of quiet there in the middle of this game, but bottom of the 5th comes back with 2 strikeouts. Momentum is definitely on Vista's side now. Let's see if they can keep it up with scoring as many runs as they can. Also like to apologize for technical difficulties where audio may be super delayed, but
Not really anything we can do with that one.
Jake Campbell coming back to the mound.
Not really surprising for me. He's only at 55 pitches to our counts. Really the only trouble he's had has been
Alessandro.
Alessandro with the solo home run.
Leading off the inning is number 2, Trevor Price.
Price tried to bunt to get Clayburg over to second in the first and popped up to third. So he'll be able to swing the bat in this one.
Yeah, you actually get a chance to get on base now, so we'll see how he does it.
Watches that one in there for a strike. Pretty off speed there.
Yeah, that looked low. He didn't really want to swing at that, but the ref called it.
Yeah, one swung on and missed from Price. Another good off speed there. Fooled him on that one.
Jake Campbell hitting him all with those curveballs and sliders.
So the 0-2 from Campbell. Be high.
Try to catch him on the high inside after pitching low and away this at bat.
Missed a little bit too high though with that one. It was up around his dome. Swing and a miss. Price goes down on strikes to get the first out of the inning.
Jake coming back with some heat on that one.
Yeah.
Get that outside corner.
And that'll bring out the center fielder, Zach Hoff. Hoff swinging on the first pitch, fouls it off.
It's a nice curve by Campbell. Cut out last minute, forcing him to hit a foul.
Looked like he didn't want to swing at that one and then made his mind up a little bit too late to swing at it. This one will look, it was a pretty good pitch there. Hoff was crowding the plate a little, but either way, called a ball, so it'll even the count at 1-1 now. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on and just kind of blooped into right field, making a good play out there.
Catch.
Will be Riot.
Great play by Riot. Be able to track that ball down. Be able to maintain icon, but be able to maintain control with the ball as he was able to slide through that. Zach Paschke, the starting in the lineup, up with 2 outs as second baseman shifts over to shortstop. Seeing that left side shift again.
Paschke already with 2 strikeouts. Watch the first one in there for a strike again.
Let's see if he can change his day around. Coming off of 2 strikeouts.
Tries to bunt for a hit here and pokes it foul. So it'll be down 0-2 again.
Trying to bunt with 2 outs, but
Bunt for a hit, yeah.
they believe in Paschke. He's very fast.
And I think he was just trying to push it towards the right side of the infield here, draw that first baseman off of the bag.
Because they have no
And
second baseman.
No second baseman is over there to cover. Smart strategy there, but just wasn't able to execute the bunt and put it fair.
Isn't going to try and bunt again because with 2 strikes, if he bunts a foul, it's an out.
The 0-2 pitch. Swung on and foul.
Right down the third base line. Staying fair.
Paschke going to round and go to second. Might be thinking for third here. Digging for third base now is Paschke. He's going to have to get down and he'll make it in time.
What a great play by Zach Paschke. Not even hesitating around second base. Just using his speed to get from home to third. Great scoring position for Sam Ireland now up to bat.
It'll be
2 outs.
It'll be Drew Stahl actually.
Oh, Drew Stahl, my apologies.
I thought that one was going to go foul, but it just stayed fair and put it right down the line. And with this turf field, it kind of helped him out there. Rolled all the way to the corner. And Paschke just with some great speed and good acceleration around the bases. Makes it all the way into third base. So with 2 outs, Drew Stahl's got a good chance here to score him. First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1.
Pitcher Jake seems to keep on eyeing Zach Patchke.
Might see a pickoff move. I highly doubt it, as this one's cracked hard right to dead center. And this won't be able to get him home with 2 outs. And so Vista goes down. Had a runner in scoring position, but was unable to score him there. Stahl made fairly good contact with that one, but just not quite hard enough.
Kind of left that one hanging in the air, allowing for the center fielder to run right underneath it.
So it'll be the bottom of the 6th inning now.
Jack Liffrick still coming up to the mound. They're doing a phenomenal job today. 2 strikeouts last inning. Let's see if they can keep that up. Good turnout today, as a lot of seniors from Mountain Vista are here.
Always good to come out and support your team, especially on these early morning games all the way in downtown Denver. Good to see a lot of fans showing up and supporting the team.
Rocky Mountain Lobos coming all the way from Fort Collins. Still have quite the turnout from their stand section.
Yeah, definitely a pretty long drive all the way down from Fort Collins for your playoff game. Waking up pretty early in the morning, I would imagine, to get on the buses and get down here. Leading off the inning for the Lobos will be the center fielder Hayden Hines. Hines is 1 for 2 on the day, struck out and got a single his last at bat. Whitford looking to do what he did in the last inning, strike out the Lobos. Starting off pretty good here with the first pitch strike. The 1 swung on and missed. Hines looked not committed at all to that one with a pretty lazy swing there, and he'll be down 0-2 now. The 0-2 pitch from Liffrick. Good fastball, strikes him out.
Right down the middle. He didn't even try to swing on that one.
Looked like he tried to put a little bit extra on that one, and Hines just didn't even take a cut at that one.
It's that momentum that Vista has right now, thanks to Alessandro for that home run and Zach Paschke for that triple.
Roped down the line, but it'll go foul. Malta Lloyd, just like his counterpart Hines in the first at bat, 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. The 0-1 in the dirt. They count even at 1-1 now.
Great block by Grant McGill once again.
Stahl as well as Paschke playing fairly deep on the infield here, as Malta Lloyd swings right through that one. Good change up there on a 1-1 count.
Lift seeming to get them on that high inside pitch, get them to swing. It's a tough one to hit.
And now the 1-2 will miss outside. The 2-2 from Liffrick. Good pitch there. Didn't get the call or the swing, so it'll make the count full 3-2 now. The 3-2 delivery will be strike 3 on the inside part of the plate. Malta Lloyd thought he had ball 4. Liffrick gets another strikeout. His 8th on the day.
Liffrick ringing them up. Rocky Mountain their team as a total has an batting average of 290. But he's keeping them under like 100 today, I would say.
Only 4 hits in the game and 8 strikeouts. Liffrick is carving up this Rocky Mountain Lobo lineup. This one swung on and fouled off. Make it all the way over to the concession stand.
Liffrick definitely in control of the situations today. The 3-2 pitch last at bat, he was able to control that.
Put it right on the inside part of the plate. It was a good slider. Liffrick misses with that one though, so it'll be a 2-1 count to Nelson. The 2-1 pitch. Swung and fouled off again. Evens the count at 2-2 now with 2 outs and no one on, with the dangerous Cade Nelson at the plate. Swung on and fouled off again.
Two outs, safe live, can get out of this inning.
The 2-2 from Liffrig. Fouled off yet again. It's a little bit of a battle going here now.
A strong hit by Cade Nelson just went the wrong direction.
A little bit too far to the left field side and way foul. And so now the 2-2 from Liffrig. Low, and so it'll be ball 3.
Just outside, that looked pretty good to me, but
Well, the 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Good battle here between Nelson and Liffrig. And strike 3!
the great off speed by Liffrig. After Cade Nelson has been crushing those fastballs, he's able to get him on that high off speed.
And so it'll be 10 strikeouts in the game for Jack Liffrig. 3 innings, my apologies, with 3 strikeouts. Striking out the side 3 times. Pretty incredible stuff here from Jack Liffrig. And so Vista will be coming into the final regular inning, barring any scoring here.
I'll be honest, I'd probably be afraid if I was coming up to bat against Jack Liffrig.
He's been very dominant and controlling in this one. Unfortunately, his offense isn't helping him out too much, only being a 1-1 game.
I feel like this inning, they really got the momentum going now. As Sam Ireland will lead us off, a 3-hitter. So got the part of the first part of the lineup, and then they got the middle of the lineup too. They're all consistently good hitters.
Certainly a dangerous part of the order with Ireland, McGill, and then Aragon. Really just need some base runners here. Not really looking for the solo home run, I think, or any home run. They just need to get someone on, I think, especially with this part of the order up. You know, you get Ireland on, he's got some pretty decent speed. McGill and then Aragon both pretty good hitters. They can move him over and then get Zachem up to the plate. I think Vista will be in a pretty good position. First pitch to Ireland, watches that one for a ball.
The Lobos again with that left field shift. Been doing that for Zach Paschke and Sam Ireland for today.
As well as Alessandro Aragon getting that treatment. This one is pulled foul towards the third base dugout.
1-1, Sam looking confident up at the plate.
The 1-1 pitch from Campbell. Inside for a ball. Good take there from Ireland. Pitch right on the borderline there. Looked like Campbell really liked that pitch there. 2-1 pitch. Swung on and hit high and deep to left center field.
It's going.
And it'll be just short of the fence.
Warning track power, not quite, but that looked like a great hit right there. You see all the stands and everyone standing up because they thought that was out.
Ireland crushed that ball, but just didn't quite get all of it there. Nearly made it a 2-1 game.
Missed it by a grain of rice. It's close.
Right on the warning track was Jet Hubbard as McGill swings and fouls this one off. McGill with 2 flyouts in this one. Both of them pretty deep into the gaps, but some good plays defensively by the Lobos. He hasn't reached base yet. Watches that one for a ball.
Ball getting past the catcher, but no one on base to advance.
The 1-1 pitch to McGill. Swung on and fouled off again.
Grant staying on top of Campbell. So he's trying to figure out what to do to get him out of this inning.
The 1-2 pitch. Miss high. Evens count at 2-2 now. The 2-2 pitch to McGill. Outside, and it'll make it full now, 3-2. Standing on deck is Alessandro Aragon, hit a solo home run his last at bat.
Great block by catcher Jaron Fifo. Able to slide over to that outside box and get in front of the ball.
And he'll watch that one for ball 4, so Vista gets a base runner now.
Past 2 runs in the past 2 pitches in the dirt. Maybe Campbell's struggling a little bit now.
And we'll have Cooper Jameson come out and courtesy run for the catcher Grant McGill. So a big spot here for Alessandro Aragon. I think really his job right now is just move that runner over to second base and give John Zackham a chance to score him.
Vista seeming to be able to figure out Jake Campbell now. So I'm able to get more and more base runners.
Yep, making some pretty good contact here too in the past couple of innings. Pick off over to first. Jameson back pretty easily. As previously mentioned, Alessandro homered his last at bat. He's also grounded out to the shortstop in his first.
Pitcher steps off, thinking the Jameson might be stealing this inning.
Yeah, definitely keeping a close eye on him over at first, which you usually have to do.
Did a quick slide step.
And he'll be in there for a strike. Looked like a changeup there on the first pitch.
You know, Jake Campbell's definitely going to be cautious about pitching to Alessandro. Wow, his placement and what he's throwing.
Jameson draws a throw over there, but back in time.
Campbell seems to be more concerned with the runner on first than he is with the batter.
I mean, certainly he does have to be careful. Let's do another slide step here as this one's popped up to center. And it doesn't look like this will do it as the center fielder Hines will settle under it to record the second out of the inning.
2 outs as John Zackham comes up to bat. Still got Cooper Jameson at first base. See if they can try and get him around.
I'll be interested to see here if they'll move Jameson over to second base on this at bat. Try and put him in a better position for Zackham to score him with 2 outs. As we'll draw another throw over to first base, back in time safely. Draws another throw over.
Off.
So the first pitch now to Zackham will be fouled off the left field line.
Almost hitting the light on that one. Mount Vista definitely showing some serious power today with long shots by Sam Ireland and Alessandro. Even their foul balls are going a long way.
The 0-1 pitch will be inside for a ball. One count, 2 outs, runner on first with the dangerous John Zackham up to the plate. And Campbell will step off. One pitch in the dirt. Good block there by the catcher Pifo. Campbell's pitch is outside again. Back pick over to first. Jameson back in time. So 3-1 count now to John Zackham. Standing on deck will be the designated hitter Clay Burke.
Campbell and Pfeiffer doing everything they can just to try and keep Cooper Jameson on first base. Because as soon as he gets over to second base, he's in scoring position.
So Campbell steps off again. Certainly looks like he's got a lot of things on his mind with this at bat. Almost throwing a lot of moves over to first. As well as stepping off several times here. 3-1 pitch will be in there for a strike.
Full count. Top of the 7th with 2 outs.
Didn't seem like Zackham really liked that call from home. So it'll be a full count, 3-2, 2 outs. We'll see the runner Jameson advancing here on the movement. Swung on and hit high and deep to center field. It's got a chance, and it'll drop, and it'll go off the wall, and Cooper Jameson's going to come around to score.
John Zackham with a crazy double. That's exactly what they needed in order to get ahead this game. So they're now up 2-1 in the top of the 7th. Making great contact with that ball right in the left center field, right on the warning track.
He hit that one to almost the deepest part of the ballpark there out in left center field.
It's about as perfectly
Nearly got
placed.
out.
Yeah, it was about as perfectly placed
Yeah,
as it could.
one hop the fence, and it seemed like the center fielder Hines was almost going to track that one down, but wasn't able to get to it.
Tried to get the dive, but was just a little bit short. Able to get John Zackham around a second. Cooper Jameson to score.
So Lobos will have a meeting here out by the pitcher's mound. Probably just trying to calm the pitcher, Jake Campbell, down. Campbell with 85 pitches in this game so far. No one up in the bullpen. And now we'll see the pitching coach for the Lobos come out to the mound. And I think they'll issue an intentional walk here to Burke to get to Trevor Price.
Trevor Price going 0 for 2 today with a bunt and a strikeout. So you're going to try and get to him just to be able to try and get out of this inning as Griffin Sheeran comes in as a courtesy runner for John Zackham. Mountain Vista seems to be playing more of the underclassmen this year. You say there's quite a few sophomores on the varsity squad this year.
I think it's kind of an interesting move here from the coaching staff because now it'll either be, I think, Will Mitchell or Ryan Lutke, maybe even Burke, that'll come out and play first base for Zackham.
Zackham having a great game.
And so that'll bring up the right fielder, Trevor Price. Definitely not your power hitter, your typical power hitter on this Mountain Vista lineup, but really a good solid contact hitter. He likes to just kind of get those bloop singles there to the outfield.
I mean, that's all they need right there. Griffin Sheeran is a pretty fast kid. If you can do that, then you'll get him around. Try to back pick him.
Safe. Ooh, good move there from Campbell.
It's first time seeing this back pick to second base, and it was quick. It was good, almost catching Sheeran. See the second baseman coming back. Trying to get another pick.
Campbell nearly hits Price there with the first pitch. It'll be a 1-out count here with 2 outs and a runner on first and second. Burke standing on first and Sheeran standing out there on second base. 1-0 swing on and miss by Price.
Good solid pitch. If he was able to make contact with that one, it was going to be good solid contact, but he just missed it. Just underneath it.
The 1-1 pitch to Price. Swung on and fouled straight back into the net. Price now down in a 1-2 count here. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and popped up. It'll be in right center field. Drifting under, it'll be right, and right makes the catch to retire the side. Vista does what it needs to do, what it needed to do though, getting a run home in the inning, and so we'll see Jack Lifford come back out to the mound. It looks like John Zackham will go out and take first base. So
bottom of the 7th, if they can hold it here, then they'll be able to clinch the win.
Be able to move on. And if they do move on, they will play right after this one. We'll have that game live to you as well. If Mountain Vista does move on, as they will take on Pine Creek, be the 1 and 2 seed, going up in an elimination game potentially.
Loser of this game is out of the tournament, so the pressure is on for the Rocky Mountain Lobos, trying to get the base runners on and trying to get them to score so they can stay in this tournament.
They've got a tough task ahead of them as Lifford's really just been dominant these past 2 innings. 6 strikeouts. Leading off for the Lobos will be Garrett Fisher. Will be the 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Lobos. Fisher's grounded out twice. 1 to the pitcher Lifford and 1 to the third baseman Ireland.
Garrett Fisher batting at 289. Running pretty solid today with 2 home runs to his name.
Swinging first pitch here, and he'll hit this one foul. The 0-1 pitch from Lifford. In there for a strike, so he's got him down 0-2 already.
Lifford feeling cool and confident as he's up there on that mound. You can just see through his pitches that he knows what he's going to do.
And even at 85 pitches, as he'll get Fisher to tap this one foul. It seems like even at 85 pitches, it seems like he's bringing the same velocity that he's had in the first inning.
Definitely an experienced player. Lifford been pitching for this varsity squad for a couple of years now.
Hit to the third baseman Ireland. Pretty easy pickup for him. Flies over to Zeckham, and they'll get the first out of the inning.
Fisher almost outrunning that throw, but Sam Ireland, another pitcher pitching yesterday, he's got a cannon for an arm. He's able to get him out at first.
He certainly does. So with that, it'll bring up Jet Hoggett. He struck out and then grounded out to the shortstop in this one. Swinging first pitch here. It's a fly ball to right center field. Calling it'll be Price, and so they'll get 2 outs in the inning. So Rocky Mountain down to their final out of the season here. And the catcher, Jaron Pifo, will be up to the plate.
Everything they have left right here, he's got to do something good here in order to keep them into the game. But Jack Lifford's just so dominant on the mound.
First one in there for a strike.
Crowd section seem to be guessing who's going to win this game as if he throws one right into the dirt, but great pick by Grant McGill.
So 1-1 count now to the catcher Pifo. And this one will hit him, and so they'll get a base runner now.
What a great play, though, by Pfeiffer. Try and get on the base no matter how he possibly can.
Looked like an off-speed pitch there that hit Pifo, and we'll see the courtesy runner out for him. It'll be
Dylan
Hupford.
Humford. Yeah. Sophomore this year. Hasn't played too much, but
Definitely have some speed if he's out there courtesy running for the catcher.
they're definitely going to try and push the pace here. Trying to get runners all the way around the second or third to put in scoring position.
Spencer Smith Baker up to the plate. Certainly doesn't. Whoa! Loses his bat there and throws it over towards the third base dugout.
Almost seemed to trying to hit the Mountain Vista players.
That's certainly the uh-oh there. Everyone slip out of the hand like that.
Well, with the strike, he got it, so maybe he was just mad at Vista.
Yeah.
Beating them or something.
Pick off over to first. Lifford will just kind of toss this one over.
Just trying to scare him back
Yep.
to first base, trying not to let him advance to
Hupford
second.
just got back pretty easy, so. Yeah, one from Lifford. Swung on and fouled back. So he's got him down at 0-2 now. Big opportunity here from Jack Lifford. An 0-2 count, 2 outs. He can turn to anything he wants right here.
See how he's going to close out this game.
The 0-2 pitch.
Fastball.
Ooh.
It was high. But it was there. He's
That's
trying
good.
to get them to chase on that high pitch again like they have all game.
Those high fastballs are ever so tempting for the batters up there. See what he does here, and he'll get him to foul it off yet again.
1-2 pitch. Lifford has complete control over this inning right now.
1-2 pitch from Lifrig. Oh, high and tight. Good pitch there.
It's a great pitch. Spencer Smith-Baker crowding the plate, it seems like. Trying to get those ball calls on the inside.
The 2-2. Swung on and grounded to the second baseman. Stall. Easy pickup, flips it the easy way to second, and Vista will move on.
Vista bouncing back after a tough loss yesterday. Was able to stay focused and stay mentally strong throughout this game. Able to pull out the 2-1 win over Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain is now done for the season as Mountain Vista moves on to play Pine Creek.
So a good game from Vista, coming out from a 1-0 deficit, led by Alessandro Aragon with a solo shot, and then scoring another run in the 7th inning, the top of the 7th, to take the lead. We thank you for joining us today, and we will be back here shortly with the Mountain Vista Pine Creek, the second elimination game for you, coming right up.